Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day it is out there for you. I am your alcoholic host. My name is Raymond. You're finding this channel, you're finding this video. Welcome. I know you may possibly be in active addiction or recovery, or both. I don't know. I put this information out here for whoever needs it. Um, Wanted to talk about the first step, very first step. And the first step can be interpreted in many ways, and there's different programs and 12 steps, but they all boil down to one. And it's pretty much admitting we are powerless to alcohol or drugs or whatever our vices is. It's all it's all just admitting, and it's hard to admit. Hard to admit we're alcoholics or we are addicts. Someone asked me yesterday, was I just a binge drinker or was I an alcoholic? I try not to look at the difference between it. A lot of my drinking started off as binge drinking with rigid rules as a weekend warrior drinker, when I leave it at that. I had rules, but apparently if to this point to where I'm doing YouTube videos and a podcast about it, and you know um committing myself to abstinence to mind altering substances, I knew I was powerless to it. It doesn't matter. A lot of people get hung up on wording, but if you're questioning yourself or you're looking at like how I did the Are You an Alcoholic test, which also applies for the for addiction as well. Um, just for today, I mean, first step's just to stop and admit it. Admit to yourself. And I know it's easier said than done. All this is easier said than done. I get it. I do get it. And we just have, it's rough because we live in a society where it's not, where everyone's not so kind and gentle and whatever. We live in a world of crazy people and a world that people speak their own truth and what's actual factual truth, if you kind of get what I mean. I'm not the best speaker or whatever. I get it, but I'm just putting out how this has worked for me. You don't need to have a god or a religion or anything like this to become sober. You just have to be open-minded and willing, be able to just take suggestions from someone else if you want to do this the free route. And the people that do listen to this and are trying to help someone else, I do want to say, you can't make someone in addiction or an alcoholic just, you send them off to rehab or anything like that. It's, you can't force this onto someone. It just doesn't work that way. That was the other thing that came up is what is the pattern to success rates with sobriety and recovery with like 12-step programs. Myself, I work a 6-step program and work with my sponsees in a 6-step program. They were desperate enough and they're willing to do the work. If someone's not willing, they're going to be open-minded to listen to someone else to do it. It's not going to work. I was desperate enough. I've attempted AA before, but I just did it to try to please someone else. Once you or the person wants this and is desperate enough, they will do the work. But today, the first step is don't drink, don't use ever. And to simplify it, let's just do it for today. Do it for today. Let's get through today. Let's get through 24 hours. But yeah, that's the first step is admitting you're powerless. And some people get hung up on the powerless and wording and all that. Make it simple. You have a problem. I could twist the words and re-navigate everything to whatever liking you need to whatever justifies your thinking. But that's the first step. You got to admit it. You got to and just put it down, whatever it is. If you're into something where you're going to be in some type of withdrawal, I would seek medical attention. But that's my thoughts for today. I kind of just this is what I'm putting out there today. And if you relate to this, subscribe, like the video. If you got any thoughts or ideas, topics for the channel or for the podcast, you want to be a guest, you can email me at minipastpodcast@gmail.com. Trying to get it back to a weekly show. It's hard to get people, a lot of people in recovery, active addiction, and stuff like that. There is a lot of shame and guilt to this. I've overcome it. I have nothing to hide. I have no regrets. This is my way of giving back. Another alcoholic addict, other alcoholics and addicts helped me get to where I'm at today. So I'll leave it at that for today. I've already blabbed enough. So also have a meeting every Wednesday. If you want information on that, it's 7 p.m. Eastern. It's a Zoom meeting. It's very in person. Like I say, it's the power of two is what works for me. Another person in recovery, talk another alcoholic, another addict. It works. So, all right. See you soon.